moving on, we're continuing to work with lesson 5, and we are going to do the bridge. So we're going to go ahead and download the bridge. Okay. Um, we are also going to download the columns, the ducks, and then let's download the glass. So we've downloaded, actually the extra credit is the flower, so we'll go ahead and download that too. We'll download those. Okay, so we've downloaded most of these files that we haven't used yet. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to Photoshop, and then from Photoshop you're going to go to File, and then Browse and Bridge. Okay, and you are going to try and find the columns. So I'm going to look for the columns in here. Oh, we got to make sure we're in our downloads. So click on your file, your 500 number, and then we're going to go to our downloads again. And then I'm looking for the columns. Here we go. If you're not able to find yours right away, you can always do a search, but these are the columns right here. Double click the columns to open it. Then you're going to choose File and Save As. Go to your Google Drive, and then hopefully you guys have tagged it so it doesn't take you quite so long as what it's taking me. Then you're going to go to your computer graphics folders, book lessons. You're going to write your name. I'm going to double click this. Okay, so lesson 5, and then write your name, and then I am writing that it's columns. And then it's already a Photoshop file, so we'll hit Save. Okay, we're going to go to Filter. Working with lots of filters with this lesson. We're going to go to Filter, Lens Correction. The Lens Correction dialog box appears. You're going to go to Select, Show Grid. And that's located down at the bottom. So down here, make sure that this show grid is showing so you can see your grid now. In the correction area of the auto correction tab, make sure that auto scale image is selected. Okay, so auto scale image is right here and it's selected, and that transparency is selected from the edge menu. Right here. Select custom tabs. Right here, that's the custom tab. And then in the custom tab, drag and remove the distortion slider to about 52. So we're going to take that to 52. You can see it really changed a lot. So there we are. To remove the barrel distortion. Okay, next step, we're going to hit OK. And then to see the effect of your changes in the main image window, if you hit Windows Z, actually let's do for Macs, we'll hit Control Z. No, it's not changing it because of our keyboard difference. Okay, so we'll do it the long way. So you're going to go to Edit, Undo Lens Correction, and you can see the difference, how that really changed that distortion. Then you can go to Edit, Redo Lens Correction, and then there is what you guys did. So go to File, and then Save Your Work, hit OK, and you have that portion done. You can X out of this dialog box. Okay. So now that we have the other one already downloaded, we're going to go to File and then Browse and Bridge. Go to your downloads. And then we're going to choose the folder that says glass. Or not the folder, the file that says glass. So let's see, I'm in my downloads. Pretty sure I downloaded the glass. We're going to go to date created, and so there's that. Okay, so I finally found it. It's down here. Okay, so we're going to double click the glass to open it, and then choose File, Save As. Go to your Google Drive, My Drive, find your computer graphics folder. I saved mine in my book lessons and my Photoshop, and then you write your name and type glass, and I'm going to select that lesson 5 folder. You need to make sure you have that selected, and then hit save and hit OK. All right, moving on. So in the layers panel, I'm going to go to the layers panel right here. We are going to hide the beach layer so only the glass layer is visible. So hide the beach layer. So right now it's the glass, and you can see there are 2 different focuses. So here the beach is in focus, here the glass is in focus. Okay. We are gonna, this is selected, we're gonna hit Shift and select the other layer, which actually first turn that on, and then hit Shift and select both layers. Then we're going to go to Edit, okay, so we go to Edit, and then we go to Auto Align Layers. Okay, so select Auto if it isn't already selected. Make sure neither vignette removed nor geometric distortion is selected, so you don't want anything else selected. And then hit OK. I'm not sure what just happened here. I'm going to go to Edit Undo. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Edit, and then we're going to go back down to Auto Align Layers, and then there's the dialog boxes that we need to unselect. You'll see the difference. And then hit OK. All right. Make sure that both layers are still selected in the Layers panel, and then choose Edit, Auto Blend Layers. So we're going to go back to Edit, and then Auto Blend Layers. Select Stack Images and Seamless Tones and Colors if it's not already. So this is what you want to have selected. And make sure content aware filled transparent area is not selected. So we're going to click on that. Okay, and then it didn't say anything about the seamless tones and colors, so we're going to leave that just the way it is. And we're going to hit OK. All right. Now, both the wine glass and the beach layer are in focus. There's a little bit out of focus right there, but mostly that wine glass and the beach layer are both in focus. So we're going to hit File and then Save. Make sure all that work is saved. When I grade you, I'm going to be looking at those layers to make sure everything is the way that it's supposed to be. You can go ahead and hit Close. And then now what we're going to do is open up the ducks. So we're going to go back to File and Browse in Bridge. Go to your downloads. And we are going to look for the duck start file. So open that up. Go to File and then Save As. Go to your Google Drive. I wonder if I can click on that and map. Okay, so click on Google Drive, My Drive, find your computer graphics, and then book lessons, Photoshop book lessons, lesson 5, and then I'm going to highlight this and put my name and ducks. And then hit Save. Hit OK. Okay, so you're going to select the Content Aware Move tool. So if you click and hold, well, that's not there. So let's find it. I believe it's under your patch or your red eye tool. So we're going to come down here and we're going to click and hold this tool. And so the Content Aware is here. The Content Aware Move tool is here. In the options bar, choose Move from the Mode menu. So here's Mode, and it already says Move. And then enter 3 in the structure field. So we're just going to make that say 3. Okay. The color is 0. And then you're going to draw a selection marquee around the third duck with the margin large enough to include the grass and dirt around it. So here's the third duck. Drag the selection to the left slightly above this one. So you're going to go back, grab some of that grass. I may have gotten too close to his beaks, but we'll find out. So we've got that duck up here, and we're going to take that duck and we're going to move it over here and then let go. And then once you like where it's at, we're going to hit commit. Okay, and you can see that the area is kind of filled in, like it chose the area that it was around, so it would look like it belongs a lot more. And we're going to hit deselect. So one thing you can see is, yes, it did cut off his beak. So let's try that again. So we're going to go to Edit, Undo, and then Edit, Undo Content Aware. So let's do that again. So I'm going to hit deselect, and then with that around, I'm going to make a bigger. So Photoshop is as much about making good selections. So I have a good selection here now, and then we're going to drag that duck up and slightly above the other duck so it doesn't feel weird right there. So then I'm gonna let go and then hit commit. And so now we've got him in a new area and he is no longer bigless. So deselect, looks a little better. Okay. Okay, so next step, we're gonna go back to edit. We're gonna go to undo, deselect so that he is still selected. And then you're going to, let's see, for the settings here, we're gonna change, oh, wrong page, here we go. Change the structure setting to 5. Okay, which requires a stricter adherence to the pattern. And then change the structure setting to 1. And you can kind of see how it changes. Just very, very slightly. Okay. I'm going to go back to, we'll take this back to 5. And then you can change the color if you feel like you need to change the color. Doesn't make much of a difference, so we're not going to worry about it. We're going to hit deselect, and then that's it. So we're going to go to File, and then Save, and then you can take this file and close it. We're done with that. I will be posting the extra credit. I'm not going to do that yet, but we're going to work on our bridge file. So the next thing we're going to do is go to File, Browse and Bridge, and then we're going to find the bridge file. Maybe it'll be at the bottom. Okay. Here's the bridge file. So I'm going to double click, and then you can see we've got this train on a bridge, and the bridge is floating off, miraculously floating off of the tracks. So go to File, and then Save As, and then you're going to go to your Google Drive, My Drive. Find your computer graphics folder. Go to your book lessons. And we're just going to call this Your Name and then Bridge. And then I'm going to make sure I have that lesson 5 selected. And then hit Save and OK. Okay. So, okay, we are going to select the train layer here, and then you can see that it has a little picture down here. That means it's a smart object. We're going to go to Edit, and then Perspective Warp, right here. This feature requires a fair amount of processing power. If Perspective Warp is grayed out, when you try to select it, make sure that you have a current video card. So let me know if there's an issue. So the next thing we're going to do, alright, due to time, I'm going to stop this video right here, and then we're going to move on with us in the next lesson.